Hello and welcome to another community stream. This time with a unfortunate delay. Yesterday I've had problems with my internet. That happens. Wasn't able to hold the stream. Uh, but today we have a lot of things to go through. We have a lot to cover. That is extremely awesome that the audio is working. I am very happy. Today on the stream, we will go over the results of the first time spinners. The participation has been really good. People have pushed very, very high through the ranks. Uh, most people have reached rank 9, and one person went all the way to rank 11. Uh, we're going to look at some changes, some balance changes which are coming out. I'm not going to talk about the exact numbers yet for the most part, but you guys should have a pretty good idea of what is happening with some of the old units which have been quite popular in the past, but maybe fell out of their usefulness, and some changes even to the new units. Uh, and then we have a new format for the fight night. So one of the issues uh, that, in my opinion, we've had in the fight night, that either it was uh, very hard or it was very hard up until the point when somebody would figure out a beautiful way of one trick pony solution for the build. So this time around I have two armies prepared, and I will play them in order. So first I will play the Plague Marine, and then the next opponent will play against the Soul Cannon build that I have. And this way you don't know against which of the armies you will be playing against, I mean which of the army you will be playing against, and hopefully that way we'll have a bit more exciting matches uh, instead of having to see direct counters being played over and over again. Um, a little bit about the armies themselves. So as they are here in the on the screen, I can start going through, and actually I will also at the same time post a link where you could of course sign up for more fun, because the sign up for the fight night is not over yet. Marlon, hello Marlon Santos. There is no requirement for you guys. I think that was my big mistake the previous fight night. It is a lot easier to impose restrictions onto myself and think of how I can make that fun for you, rather than try to make sure that everybody gets the information, everybody gets the instructions, and everybody remembers them. Everybody remembers to switch to the correct army. I mean, I think that I disqualified in the last fight night uh, a third of the armies, and I think that most of them were just people forgetting to switch to the correct army. So this way, this time, and this way, you can build with whatever you have, however you want, as long as you beat the army. So the first one, again, this army or this build it comes from my own personal interest. I call this army Plague Marines. There is this one special game which has this thematic, and what the idea of the army is, as the core of it are the righteous defenders. And the righteous defenders have been buffed. So they have empower elements and empower plague. And of course, if they die themselves or one of their brethren dies, they get buffed as well. And of course, at the back, providing the necessary fire support, we have trusty plague throwers, and the idea over here is to poison your army, and then hopefully maybe that poison starts spreading little by little to my front ranks, and the units become increasingly faster and stronger by you killing my units, and also you poisoning my units with the poison that I've poisoned you with. So quite a combo-ish build, I would say. And then we have the other build, and this one I have already shown. This is pretty much the build that I used to showcase the Soul Pylon when it was about to be released. So the idea over here is to create and kill your own units fast enough to do enough damage and remove enough units from the opposing side. I do have, in this build, I do have a sort of engine of own killing machines, and those are the two draining spirits, which are sitting on top of two Valkyrs, which hopefully keep each other alive and allow the draining spirits to first kill the dogs, and then once the spiders get spawned, they run into the same zone of death and also get killed. I've tried both of these builds at around 500. I've gotten quite many wins, but I also did lose with both of the builds. So I don't think that they're going to be extremely overpowered, but they definitely will provide quite a bit of the challenge. So if you guys have questions, comments, please send them into chat. All right, we're getting a nice influx of people who are signing up. That is great. That is great. I think that at 7 o'clock, and I will put this to Discord at the same time, to the Discord announcement. Information on the balance changes at 1900. So first, I think we will do a couple of matches to warm up. We will talk about balance changes. We will talk about and congratulate the winners of the first time spinners. All the results have been recorded. And yeah. Simranjit, who are the Valkyrs going to heal each other? Yes, the idea over here is that they heal each other. Yes, Askov, this is exactly as the... yes, it's the same form as the pre-register form, yes. So yes, the Valkyrs, they heal each other, and their healing is much greater than how much damage they take from the draining spirits. So basically they can just stand there forever and they don't move. So basically the kill zone doesn't move, and it allows for the soul cannon to not spread out too much. And right, for the first, and also this time around, I do have the ability to also give the gems at the same time, and I have a queue all ready and prepared, which is beautiful. Big thank you to our dev team. Right, now I need to just find the correct window over here. Right. And the first challenger should be, and let's go to, well, yeah, let's start with the Plague Marines. And if everything goes according to the plan, we should see Eskil as the first contender. No, this is a royal shipment, of course. We'll take that. Grab all the shards and resources. Not going to look at the offers now. Eskil is the first contender. It is correct. Been playing since July 2019. Quite old player. Love to have him in the community, and also quite frequent participant of the fight nights. So the first win goes to Eskil. We're gonna send the gems straight away, and then we have Simranjit. I know that you're watching. You just sent the message, so hopefully you haven't had the time to run away anywhere, because the next fight should be for you or with you. Oh, and I forgot to change the build. Well, I will do so after this. The Plague Marines, though, did quite a number on Simranjit's army. Maybe he would have done better against the other one, but there will always be next time. So, 2 fights. This is almost too easy. This running, and just getting used to small details. Holik is up next. Also, really old player. Been with us for many months. Mr. Holik. Oh, actually, I just need to remember to change the army now. This is the big issue. I do promise I will remember it for the next scroll spin. $50 gems for Holik. Yes, I did remember this time. Thank you, Eskov. We do have Volgods up next. Yes, we do. Volgods is up against my Soul Cannon army. The Soul Cannon starts firing. And this time around, I managed to catch all of the assassins quite nicely, but they did get the Soul Pylon. But actually, well, there is some healing that was being done to try to out DPS this setup, but absolutely not. The Soul Cannon was crushed, and Volgods with 300 gems to his name. There we go. Nice. Nice spot green foot. It is true. The misspelling is right there, and well, it shall be our well, it shall be on the internet forever now. Yes, I used the Soul Pylon, and I did send Volgods the gems. Yes, and we have Venderia up next. I'll do another one with the Soul Pylon now that I've done three matches with the. Yeah, so that's how the Soul cannon is supposed to work, like a machine gun of small beasts, critters, the dogs and spiders and such. Let's go to the Plague Marines. Send the gems to Venderia. Absolutely, it was valiant attempt. We've changed to the Plague Marines, and Efarandi is next. Well, somebody I think sent a little bit of a different. I think somebody messed up with his or her tag. I don't think that the person. Well, I'll send 50 gems anyway. But Rallen is next, our own Battle Legion favorite content creator, one of the first ones to start posting videos onto the media channel. Well, I'll do another Plague Marine because the last fight was let's say very one-sided. This is another rush build, but it's a stun rush build. Quite nicely crushing my defenders, even with the buff. Now, storming through and completely annihilating everything. Also, yeah, I didn't really have the space to fit the cam. I mean, I could try to put it somewhere into some corner if you guys want, but I just thought that I would rather show more of the battlefield than try to put my ugly mug somewhere. There we go. Yeah, I did send the gold green foot. I mean the gems. I did send. I just assumed that it was done as a mistake because quite often, because of the font, people can't tell if it's one letter or another. So V and U are an issue quite often, and it has been reported. We will fix it, but it hasn't been done yet. So in that sense, there are quite often I just see from the submission forms when it's identical tag that has one letter different. So I'm pretty sure that the person just tried to sign up for sure with both to make sure that he gets in. So, but even in this case, even though you signed up for somebody else, you know, we can watch, and perhaps that will help the person in some way, sometime, somehow. Yes, I will switch the army, not to that one, and Ivo Schermeyer. Yeah, I'm not going to try to do this further. Um, is asking, what's your opinion on the state of Soul Pilot? I'm sorry for butchering the name. Um, I think that it's a really cool unit. The way that it works, I like it. The question is, of course, how to make sure that it is balanced. Right now, it targets the same units too often. Then again, it does massive amount of damage. So I think that it will be balanced, and I know that it's going to be balanced. Actually, at 7, I will be talking a little bit about how it's going to be balanced. But I think that it's really cool, and one of my favorite ones actually, because it does allow for a little bit different strategies for you to try, a little bit different combinations. Perhaps you can find some not so great unit of that doesn't have so much sort of obvious strengths, but if you can combine, that's what's exciting for me at least. And yep, let's change the army. I sent the gems, and now Elshkov is next. And let's roll. Elshkov versus my... Ooh, a lot of bombs. Assassins going... Oh, that was a lot of defenders resurrected. And they are angry and they are mega fast. But let's send some gems. Uh, I can see if I can put myself into some smart place. Hello guys. This is probably the least offensive spot on this setup. Yes, Boombox, Blessed Boombot resurrects only skulls, so you need to have skulls still remaining, and also Hello Kitty is like right there. Kitty is there. Definitely, yeah. I think that with several armies, I should drop the level of the units. Of course, also the other issue that I have is that I am so much worse than you guys. So my builds are usually just I have some small idea that I would like to play around with, some sort of funny, funky idea. Like for example, the Plague Marines. The idea is that they all I try to get them as poisoned as possible. But yeah, I'll try to balance them with much harsher. Uh, Yes, I've been thinking about win-loss counter. That is also something that I meant to add for quite a while, and also like perhaps doing some sort of bonus thing, depending on where the counter goes. So that definitely would be something super cool to add and do. And we are at 627, and we're going ripping through these. matches quite nicely. And let's go to Soul Cannon, and let's see whom do we get to shoot at with the Soul Cannon. Oh, hell no! It's a Mega Swarm. Mega Swarm. It's my angels, beautiful angels of Nordic mythology, and now it's going to be a lengthy and super fun waiting game. And actually I can spoil a little bit of the balance changes. So one of the balance changes, which I think that all of you guys will agree, that if you have only the, I mean, you wouldn't be able to win with draining spirits alone. So if your last unit is a draining spirit, yeah, that is changing. And Istanalk. Gems sent. Excellent. And the next contender is 4Nox. And 4Nox is going to stare at the tight ranks of the righteous defenders, who will soon be empowered by the plague. So now we're starting to get the plague spreading throughout our units. The units are getting faster, they're getting angrier, and actually, yep, overwhelming. And we got it. 4Nox counter is actually going to be for the next week. This is, if I promise something, and I promise I will try to get the counter. I will get the counter next week. That is absolutely necessary. It would be so much more fun to know what is the current score and who is leading. Actually, now I could have even made it so that I would have a special army for certain ranks. Ooh, this might be even better next week. Of course, it will be better next week. The next contender is Bosta Dragon. He will be playing against the Soul Cannon. Oh, he missed. But actually, he managed to kill he managed to kill all of the. all of my engine. My engine died to boosted dragons setup. That was actually pretty damn nice. Gimlenes, a regular, and up against Plague Marines. So how many of you guys been playing in the first time spinners? What rank have you guys reached? How many managed to get to rank 9? If you guys are watching. But first, Gimlenes with the gems. There we go. Dutch Dawn is up next. Oh, and I forgot to switch the build again. The Dutch Dawn, actually, with with a very similar build that I have, and actually this might allow him to win, depending if he holds off long enough. Almost, he's going to do it. He did it. No. Oh yes, he did. Yes, he did. I don't think that he would have been able to beat my Soul Cannon because I had quite a lot of units as well, but he managed to beat the Plague Marines with his own version of Soul Cannon. Dodge Dawn, you used my favorite unit, and you beat me. I love it. Yep, most got to rank 9. If you got to rank 10 and there's one that got to rank 11, I will still verify the results because I did look at them, I did record them, but I will double check still before sending out the gems. So I don't think that they will come out, or I'll be able to push them out before Monday. But now let's go to the Soul Cannon, and then we have the Borine. Soul Cannon on Soul Cannon. The Borine has or had a Soul Cannon that was based around the Death Knight, and I did manage to outshoot him, which is actually quite surprising. Most of the time my Soul Cannon completely folds to the to the Swarm builds. Yep, one guy managed to get to rank 11. The guides, I will look at them actually next week because I thought that I'm going to let people get to the end of the event for one. Also edit whatever material they might have made, and then I will start looking at the looking at the videos, or I mean I've been looking at the videos of course, but I will give out the prizes, and then also I want to promote the videos at least on our social media, but also looking into maybe even showcasing some of the best stuff inside the game. Of course, that depends on the quality of the video. It depends on if it's good. And again, like I don't have at this point any sort of strict requirements as to you must have this, you can't have that. It's more of a common sense. I am looking for material that helps. Yes, now I have the sound again. Helps new players to get into the game, progress in the game. It's not that I don't care about you guys which have played for a longer period of time, but now we have influx of the new players, and soon they will be more experienced and they will demand more content. We are working, of course, on more content as well. So, but now we need to also help out the starting out guys. Do we need to post video, guys, somewhere specific? I guess the media channel is the right place. Yeah, the media channel is the right place. If you don't have the rights for it, talk to me. I think Greenfoot can also help you out with getting the content creator mark. Uh, Yeah, if you're willing and interested in creating stuff, would be great. Great to hear, Mr. Broncos. Glad you like it and happy to have you along. Right. So first of all, not to forget, switching over to the Plague Marines. And who we do have next? Gugel. Yes. There we go. This is a quite interesting setup, and also not that far from actually doing quite well against mine. So gems for Gugel, and then we go to Umberlock. And Soul Cannon and Pew Pew. Yeah, definitely need to. Now that actually that's a very good point from the early. I have way too high level armies, and I mean, of course, level 12 on a whole bunch of units is hard for even the most experienced guys. But now that we're getting younger players, so to say, I definitely will have something for those as well. And I can also nowadays see if somebody is rank 7, rank 8, I can have a build for that. Also, in that sense, it would be good if you guys would send me some ideas for builds or even builds themselves, because I will tell the whole world that you've made it for sure, and we can even think of some other rewards for really cool ideas. But yeah, uh, for some gems to the new player. Mr. Umberlock. Evan is up next. We are getting closer and closer to talking about balance. And many of you guys have been talking about that why didn't you guys do about something about the units that are not being used all that much, and it's not, I'm not saying that we're going to change and fix all of the units with this balance update that I will talk about soon. But this is a start, and this is quite a few units that will be receiving some love or changes. Evan. There we go. And off to the Plague Marines and Vows. Up against my Plague Marines. Oh, and V-House is with the Soul Cannon. It's actually much simpler without the Draining Spirit. Hang on, does Draining Spirit drain the constructs? Huh, I didn't even think about that. But gems for house. Oh. There was an error, and I thought that there might be an issue, but there wasn't. That's I was quiet for a little while. Absolutely, absolutely. We can promote, and I'm let's promote Reddit. Definitely. It would be actually quite good to direct more people to Reddit and have wider and longer discussions. The one big issue, of course, with something like Discord is it's great, but how do you go and read the backlogs? It's virtually impossible to require anybody to scroll hundreds and thousands of messages. But yes, so House got the gems, and we have Sneda, our friend Sneda, up against my version of Pew Pew. Sneda also has the Soul Cannon, but actually, well, I mean, I wouldn't call it Soul Cannon. Soul Cannon requires that actually you kill your own units. I mean, I make a call that if you have a Soul Pylon, it's a Soul Pylon build, but if you have something that kills your own units for the Soul Pylon, it's a Soul Cannon build. Yeah, the tactic itself is not. I mean, the tactic itself is intended. I mean, we did want people to kill or try to figure out way of perhaps even killing their own units. But something like level 10 wall, you can make some really stupid builds with that kind of setup. So first gems to Sneda. Yes. And yeah, the DC should not drain dead things. Yep, I agree. Maybe add Reddit button in the event tab of the game. I'm willing to add some links to the Reddit into the Discord, but we're not going to add a link to something that is not our official channel. And we want to keep Reddit as something that is run by the community. Quite a few companies have also created their official Reddits, but we would rather have it as a place run by the community, but where we can come and we have our special role, special tag, and we can uh, post there as well. But this is not. I mean, we have Discord, we have our social media channels, we control those. Reddit, we want to be out of in the sense. I have recently discovered that a few draining spirits at the front of your build can defeat swarms because they drain the health of the swarm. That's actually really cool. They like draining spirits with something that can actually deliver it. I don't know, like maybe has anybody tried putting the draining spirit in front of the wagon? I've done that with bombs. I've just put the bomb in front of the wagon, and the thing is that the wagon then sort of kicks the bomb forward, and it flies even faster towards the intended target. I'm not sure like if the spirit would be like close enough to units to drain all the time, but maybe you could fling it like a sort of thump it fast and far enough to like do stuff. But gems for Sneda, yes, and then we have Danutki and spin. Yeah, yeah. This is not a very fair situation for Danutki, but We shall learn from this. I shall learn from this, which is the most important, and the person who needs to take the most lessons out of this, and create more diverse challenges for more diverse crowd. There's some gems. Yep. Well, Greenfoot. I mean, I understand your frustration, but I think that it's the frustration with the current Soul Cannon. It would be great to have another beautiful and powerful thing, like for example the Swarm is, but without it becoming mega overpowered. I mean, or let's. I'm also would be fine if we would have, let's say, 5, 8, 10 overpowered things, like strategy wise, which would each then have their own uh, sort of sub builds as well. I mean, you can build Swarm with a DK, you can build Swarm without DK. Of course, depending on what other people are running, it can be different. So maybe you should order the enemies you fight by rank. Actually, it's like I don't see. I mean, I can of course ask in the forum what rank you guys are. Yeah, and then I could also see in the from the pre-registration what sort of builds do I need to make. Also, there's only 3 builds, and I would like to keep like 2 at sort of high level and then 1 then at lower level. But we'll see. Maybe I'll even make a couple of extra accounts and would have like lower level and higher level. But actually, asking for a rank already in the pre-registration or in the registration form would help me sort that a little bit better. Jepsor and there we go with the Soul Cannon. Soul Cannon pew pew. Well, he managed to shoot mine. I didn't manage to shoot his, so I don't think that this is going to work very, very well for me. Yep, I agree, Greenfoot. I agree. Like that's it's very impossible to make everything as close to uh yeah, Gimli and Dodge Dawn both have been. Uh yeah, so it's very hard to make everything as or impossible to make everything perfectly balanced, but definitely we need more things which are powerful. And actually, I think that I'll do 1 or 2 more fights, and then we can start looking at some of the changes that we are going to make on Monday, which hopefully will make more units interesting to use. Yep, I do remember the AAs. That was also quite a time. A lot of sniping was going on. Hmm? That is also very true, Greenfoot. Perfect balance is boring, and also sort of stagnant balance is boring. I think that one of the big issues that we had was that we haven't really added new things. We haven't changed the old things. So eventually, as you guys play more and more and more with the same build, uh, you discover all of the best or most optimal scenarios or builds, and then it's quite hard to keep the interest or keep trying, because either you use that or then you're stupid for not using that specific build. So obviously changes and new units, and especially the new units, and or changing the effects uh, of the old in significant manner, so that you could perhaps do something weird, or you could use something like maybe use the freeze from one unit, and then the second one comes in and does something else. So it's kind of like creating combos. Thank you, Leonard, for watching. Glad to have you with us. Uh, QOO is up next, and well, he's gonna. Oh no, that's another Scoresguard. Yes, because there is duplicate submissions from Scoresguard, and I didn't remember to remove it. But yes, now we can actually change to the also change the army for the QOO. Oh, that is a quite nasty swarm. Yep. Might have had better chance with the defenders, but not so sure about that either. Actually, like, I wonder if we're gonna get um, a imbuable plague effect, so that you could give plague weapons. Righteous defenders with plague weapon would be amazing. Untamed Beast is awesome, Eskil. You know that. So 300 gems for QOO. And then we have Telle. Telle will go up against Plague Marines. Yeah, and that's another case where I would have needed some more selection, bigger selection of the armies for the to be used. Yes. Well, that was the victory that didn't feel good. In the almost ready for 7 o'clock and the balance patch. Oh, Indy with a soul cannon, and soul cannon. Shots are fired, mine is down. And I think that Indy still had a giant in there next to the soul cannon, but I guess it's actually really good, considering that the swarm could get closer, and that way you, yeah, that's actually really nice. I like Indy's stuff. Very well deserved 300 gem victory pot. uh, you guys know me quite well. Untamed Beast is awesome. We have time for crafting snowshoe still. Crafty snowshoe with more pew pew. It has 2 cannons, bigger and smaller. Quite nice amount of damage. Almost actually managed to just grind it out, but no. Crafty snowshoe with another win. Not the first one. Hopefully not the last. Also, with the new system, if you guys haven't noticed, we've gone in an hour through more matches than normally we go through in 2 hours. Just saying, this is the technology makes things better. And also, I mean, I have sent the gems from these fights already, so you should have your stuff. Javas is next. Just rushing through and eating my pure 4 spider nests. Go. Close some windows. It's actually quite a massive amount of new windows that I had to open to accommodate. Still don't have one last spin, and with a soul cannon, because I didn't shoot the soul cannon a long time much enough. No, no, no! Don't go healing that dog. So sad. They should stay in formation, the Valkyries. Why did she run? Why did she run? That isn't fair. Yeah. Andreas, good job. Good job. Your build is clearly better than what I got. Because the last spiders are about to die, and I don't think that I will have enough of the spiderlings to overwhelm the last of the towers. Nope, just snipes it away. Andreas' tower just doesn't give a damn. Nope. 0 dams given by Andreas' tower. And so 300 gems. And we're ready to talk about some balance changes. Why don't you use the white flag? Yeah, I should. I was just sort of looking at it in despair as you know, the last vestiges of my soul cannon were running towards the spire and dying. Crying on the inside, perhaps, for the loss of the such beautiful soul cannon, but what can you do? So, there we go. Right. So talking about the balance changes, I will start with that. I'm not going to share numbers. I will just talk about various units, bring them up onto the screen, and talk what most likely happened to them on Monday already. So first of all, Warhounds. Warhounds, they are going to get an immunity. So Warhounds will be immune to freeze. Then freezing trap. Freezing Trap is going to have its duration increased. So now it's 5 seconds, and we're looking to increase it to perhaps 8 seconds. This will be confirmed on Monday once again. Uh, and also there were some issues with the freezing trap's range, and that should be fixed as well. The next unit, and that is something that I've enjoyed using in some of the earlier builds, but I haven't been using for quite a long time, and that is a battle wagon. The battle wagon is going to get 3 new units. Yeah, the range bug. Yes, Greenfoot, the range bug. That's exactly the thing. And Battle Wagon is getting 3 new units that it can spawn when it explodes eventually. Battle Wagon is getting Plague Throwers, Arcane Blades, and Righteous Defenders. So now, in addition to the old units, you will be also able to get one of those. So the pool will be wider, and hopefully they will do quite a lot. Actually, like, and if you think about it, Arcane Blades delivered all the way to the back of the enemy line. That is pretty exciting. They jump in and they can do all sorts of damage with their own teleport even after they get out of the wagon. Plague Throwers with huge range and also spitting out stuff. Righteous Defenders, if you happen to use them in the army, I don't think they're that great by themselves, but perhaps in some of the builds, and perhaps Righteous Defenders will be more popular with the wagons. Uh, then we have good old hammer throwers. So hammer throwers have been used quite a bit, but not all that much, and they are sort of basic and unit that should be in more of the armies, and it is one of the easier to get ranged units. So its damage is increasing slightly, and also the force of its pushback is increasing. Not much, but a little bit. So force of the pushback, obviously they will be pushed a little bit further. So what we're not talking huge numbers or huge amount. It's a small amount. Then we have good old entangling roots. So the max slow is going to remain the same, but the initial, so I have level 1 entangling roots, and they are slowing you by 30 at level 1, so it will start at 50. So they will be across the board at level 1, 2, 3, more effective, but they will be much less effective at well, I mean at the max rank. Righteous Defenders are fine, you just need a bunch of them, which is hard as they were released not long ago. In some time it will be better. Yep, that's true. I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't battled you, Yugon. But I will get back to battling after this. And actually, now that I have the new queue system, I could even say that even if I don't battle you on stream, I can battle you off stream nowadays as well, and it's not that big of a deal anymore. I'm not sure about making the video about like of me battling or going through the matches. Maybe I will be able to come back to that, but I just have way too much stuff to do if I do all of the stuff that I do currently, and then also start making videos of the matches that I haven't managed to go through on live. The next unit that is getting buffs is Untamed Beast, and he is going to start healing himself whenever he kills a unit. So at this point we're looking at 2.5% of his maximum health that he would gain when he kills either friendly or enemy unit. He still doesn't attack nature units, so if you have full nature army, then you're completely fine, and he's going to ignore them as well. In that sense, also, I'm not sure if he's going to attack the. I guess he still attacks the spider nests, which I don't know, like if he would normally do while in the forest. But actually, I haven't even checked that. Yes, it's totally my buff. I just went Greenfoot like, and I was like, Untamed Beast. I need it. I need it at full strength, full speed, and well, no. Sadly, it doesn't go like that. But I'm still happy that Big Dude is going to be roaming around. Wraith now also immune to freeze, mind control, and stun. Righteous Defenders are also getting changes, and first of all, the maximum buff stack size is going to be reduced. At this point, we're looking at going from 50 to 40 of max stack size. Attack speed per stack, though, is to increase from 5% to 7.5%, and attack power buff per stack is to increase from 2.5% to 5%. And also now they gain more maximum health when they get the buff. And they gain 10% increased max health per buff stack. So actually now, once again, like I want to try my plague army again after these buffs. Why did I use it? Valkyr is getting changes as well. So right now, I've been still looking at the entangling routes all the time. I should have, of course, looked at the Valkyr, the beautiful Valkyr. So right now, very powerful healer unit, but not a very smart one, right? First of all, she just picks the closest unit next to her and heals that. First of all, the healing beam is going to prioritize a unit with higher maximum health. So it will try to heal your beast, it will try to heal your stone golem, whatever is big and powerful. Second, instead of 1 beams, she's going to shoot 3 beams. So now she will definitely be behind quite a few army stacks, and perhaps it's going to be defenders, perhaps it's going to be plague bearers, perhaps something different, and hopefully also there are going to be more mechanics where you try to maybe even deal damage to yourself, like plague, with plague and healing and all of that rolled together to create some cooler combos. She's still going to follow the same or will still follow one primary target, but she will try to, like, her beams will heal other things as she runs along. Uh, so these right. What do we have next? Because these changes are not all the changes, and also like the document that I have is not. I mean, it is up to date, but I'm not sure that things haven't been added or changed. So this is not gospel, and that is why I don't have anything sort of on paper that you can take screenshot of. Because if I would do that, you would just screenshot it, post it, and then people will lose the track or will misinterpret it or will take it as absolute promise. But the thing is that I know that there are some changes, for example, to the Soul Pylon, which are not over here. So at least the document that I've seen recently had also the Soul Pylon's attack speed significantly reduced. But now it tries to shoot at different targets. So Soul Pylon might still be super powerful even after Monday patch, but it's definitely not going to fire as um, frequently as possible. So almost through with the updates. I almost forgot about this guy. So Catapult is getting major buffs. First of all, the attack cooldown is reduced from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. And then the damage per level goes up from 20% increase to 50% increase in damage. So if you guys remember back in the day, the Catapult was definitely a force to be reckoned with, and was lobbing death at far and wide and up and close, or yeah. So hopefully it will make it into some of the builds as well. Definitely shoots faster and is going to shoot a lot harder. I once spent a day getting to 0 trophies and was disappointed that there is no reward for that. Yeah, we actually try to make that not profitable so that you don't drop yourself down to fight against uh, the early players. Well, Greenfoot, I'm not actually sure if it how much effect Catapult is actually going to have on the new players. I mean, it's good and it's going to be even better at the early ranks. But to be honest, when you get the Catapult right away, if you get the Catapult right away, it's already insanely powerful, and it already wins you a lot of the games and pushes you quite a few ranks. So actually, so does the wagon. The wagon has been really good, and putting a bomb in front of the wagon and letting it punt it forward. Actually, I can show on the stream. It just looks mega funny. The balance changes are done. So this is all the information I have right now. There might be more, and it might be different on Monday. But I didn't get too far with my Skull Junior. That's true. That's true. Yeah. The barrier monk comes out so much later. Oh wait, no, that's not. That's yeah. So basically, like if you put this guy in front of this guy, it just looks super cool when it kicks it around the battlefield. Could we actually get it into? Oh, might actually get it into. There we go. Oh, sure. I'll I'll drop by. It's quite a few people that tried to join. Yes, jousting with the boom bot. That's exactly it. Right. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about is the first time spinners and the first time spinners results. I just need to find again the correct there. First time spinners. So let's check. So we have one player, Arthur, which managed to get to rank 11. So that is one rank 11 as first time spinners. I will make a separate post and I will put all of this information onto Discord. And I will send the gems. The gems haven't been sent for this. But Arthur with rank 11. Then we had 3 rank 10s. Kezuru, Arafod, and Timon 6 with rank 10s. And 11 rank 9s. Shegway, Zolik, Gimblenaeus 3, Chlor. I'm not actually. This is completely useless. Me trying to butcher your nicknames. Um, just know that I have recorded the results. I will post them after I double check them, and I will send the gems, and that will happen next week, early next week. I don't promise Monday because Monday is a patch day, and there might be some extra work and extra hustle going on at the time. Yeah, the event has been really fun, and I hope that it was fun for people participating. I enjoyed starting it, but then I just ran out of time, and then it was disheartening continuing and trying to push through. Um, if you guys have some comment suggestions on either Fight Night or first time spinners, or maybe some ideas for things that you would like me to run here live on stream, or maybe through Discord, or maybe on Reddit, or maybe even come to your stream or your video. Let me know. You can find me on Discord. You can message me on Discord directly, or you can put stuff into the suggestion channel, for example. Also, please know that these are the sort of preliminary results. I would wait with the rip messages because I need to double check. This was I haven't gone through the results before yesterday, and I meant to just look at the results on the stream yesterday. Today I started going through it, and it was actually more work than I expected. So I want to do due diligence, and I want to go over the results and make sure that I've recorded everybody correctly, that I didn't forget anybody, because it is two sheets, and then also referencing our admin panel. And the verification, there was a sort of verification because I can definitely see a lot more information about your account than what you can. So there were some conditions that I set. So for example, I said that if it's your first account and you're basically receiving gems onto that, you can start with a little bit higher rank 4 account. And if you want the gems on your main account, then your account had to be created on the day when the first time spinners started. So obviously, if it's a um, account that, and I mean several accounts that I have disqualified from the first time spinners, they have been created in 2019. So I took them out of the equation, and there were some accounts which I've recognized, and that I've seen them months ago, and I've seen them months ago on very high levels. So I just removed them. It's quite easy to see from my end. So maybe it was a mistake. Maybe people tried to pull a fast one on me, but you know, it's quite easy. Yeah. So absolutely, we're going to fight. I just wanted to go over first the balance changes and then the first time spinners situation. But we can go back to the actual fight night stuff. We still have a good half an hour to spin. And now I just need to find my. Yep, I was. Andreas and Jade Fellstar is up next. Uh, I'll start with the Soul Cannon because I like killing my own dogs. And it's a swarm. So let's see if the draining spirits are going to help me. And actually, they did. Actually, that's a I haven't thought about it, but uh, draining spirits attached to something like well, Untamed Beast comes to mind. Yeah. Hmm. But Jade Fallstar, Gems, Valiant Attempt, Adi Kuko up next. spin for Adi Kuko. Oh, and I forgot to move on to the... It will be 2 Plague Bearers after this one, absolutely. We gotta see them, Arcane Defender. Righteous Defenders. And there we go. Adi Kuko with the win. The one thing that I also wish I could do with these fight night events is to be able to pause the game for, or like have a little bit longer time just trying to even predict what the what your army is going to do. Liam Nosy is next. It's not going to be a very fair fight with the rank 5 Liam Nosy. So there we go. Now actually I need to add oh, there's quite a few people that joined the fight night. Now let's see, where does it end? There we go. Okay, Adi Kuko there, Taimen. Yep. Just going to set up the fight. Have a beautiful new system that allows me to queue a lot of people. I can see that Taimen has been very eager to fight, has registered a couple of times. Skorsgard, I fought you again. I mean, fought you already. So, Plague Marines twice, as promised. First time against Taimen, or should be against Taimen. Yes, we have Taimen. Excellent. Taimen with the mass mind control. Mind controlling huge slabs of my dudes. Even though the rest... oh, and actually, that's it, because they don't get mad when they get turned. Sneaky Taimen, sneaky. No, it's great, it's great. And here are your gems. Absolutely. I really like mind control builds. Boomer is next. And second fight with the Plague Marines, as promised. Oh, that is double catapult. Oh, will the catapults help out? Or will they just make them mad? The arrogant righteous defender, guys. I've been perhaps playing one game that makes me say arrogant quite often, but Boomer tried a really cool setup, and it almost worked. Actually, almost worked. That was. I'm going to send Boomer a little bit extra just for the funness of the setup. Simranjit, I'm going to make a one lower rank army. Absolutely. Next time I will have a lower ranked army, and because I can see now, the reason I didn't have it before, I thought about it before. The reason that the reason I didn't have a lower ranked army was most of the people that came to previous fight nights, they were all from Discord, and most of the people on Discord are very high level. So the armies just were too had to be really powerful. But now I can definitely do better, and because I can see the rank of the player before I fight him. So now it's Yanis MS, and he is ranked 12, for example. I know that. Okay. That, yes. Yanis MS with a swarmy buddies, swarm buddies. Yes, the Death Knight and Paladin are the swarm buddies. Fighting against my larger swarm, so to say, or my soul cannon. Actually, the wow, the spiders almost got the poor hammer throwers. Almost didn't make it. So, but 300 gems for Yanis. There we go. Okay. Switch the army, and Ravat is next. Ravat with more soul cannon stuff. Yeah, that's a. Yeah, I can see how that. And this one only has one. One wall. The Plague Marines almost managed to run through to the Ravat's headquarters, and were saying hi to the Earth Elemental, but didn't really make it. And Pigeon. Yeah, it's the second Plague Marine. Plague Marine roll. Yep. Alright. Pigeon. For the next one, I will. Yeah, I mean, I should just surrender against the. Most of the time, I mean, I don't surrender. Oh, I meant to switch, but well, Ravats is going to lose this one. I mean, I can surrender this now. When it's lower level, Ravat says alt account. Skorsgård, I've played Salumir. So now we're going to have actually three. Well, I mean, now we're gonna have Skorsgård. Let's take him out. And then we have Salumir. Oh, and now I have the same. Oh, that actually. Yep. Now it's going to be no, triple Skorsgård. Normally I would clean the duplicates, but I was in a hurry, so I didn't, though I should have. Mr. Broncos. And now let's go to Soul Cannon. Yes. I'll do 2 Soul Cannons because I've had the Plague Marines up for so long. Will I? Who is gonna snipe home with the pylon? Oh yeah. That's gems for Broncos. There we go. And Volgods I've already played. And Yugon. Yugon I haven't gotten to Yugon yet. So this is the second Soul Pylon. And we got Yugon with Yugon got sniped. Second of the of the shamans got wiped out, and Yugon with 50 gems this time. With 50 gems for Yugon, and let's see, Kurodo as next. Plague Marines and Kurodo. Yep. Ooh, now it has both soul. Oh, the Soul Pylon, and then you have the Mind Corruptor, so you don't even have to sacrifice your own guys. Sneaky Kurodo. Yeah, if we have time, and we should. I think that I'm going to run through all of the matches quite soon, and if I have extra time, then I can match you up against. Oh, there we go, Kurodo. Do you think players can be more creative with our armies? I think that. Do you mean in general on the ranking or in here? Because I mean, I think that the first and foremost sort of drive or what you want to be doing is winning, like either winning in ranks or winning gems over here. So of course, like First of all, people want to do it, and then they want to do it with style. So uh, I think that if there would be a competition for sort of the most or the coolest win, and I mean I would really like to do that, but cutting it out and then making some sort of voting poll about it would be super hard or super time consuming. So then we're gonna have another Skarsgård, which I haven't removed. Go. And then we have Greenfoot 5, and he is going to be fighting against oh, that was just I shot, and I'm not even sure. I didn't even see how he managed to kill my my cannon. Huh. It's not often I beat Greenfoot 5 on my challenges. This is probably first or second time ever. I am so surprised that Greenfoot 5 is just this just doesn't happen. Um but yeah, in general, if I think oh, and I sent right. Um I think that it's very easy for people to just keep repeating the same build, and also, of course, if the same build is extremely powerful and something is super powerful for a very long time, it sort of remains. And also, if you're winning with the same build, let's say you're winning with Death Knight Swarm, you don't really have much incentive to change and shift things up. So hopefully with the new additions and balance changes, there would be several powerful options for you to pick from. Uh, yeah, the Stormcaller just managed to totally get sniped from there. I have actually only one more fight to go, and Plague Marines and Igor Glaz. Let me see. An Eye of Igor. An Eye of Igor stands in the middle while the catapult lobs death onto my fully diseased righteous defenders. Right, so it was, yeah, you wanted to play against my soul cannon, right? Salomir, let's see, Salomir. Yeah, I can clear. I can clear and I can do one more. Okay. So the fight is set, and you wanted soul cannon, right? Yeah, Yeah, I did. But hey, Stream of Tangara. The question is Stream of Tangara. Is it do you like Homeworld or is it more of EVE Online thing? And also next week I will have a special build for much lower rank armies. So it will be more equal or even. But here is the last match: Salomir versus Soul Cannon. He has a nice tight ball, and the Untamed Beast managed to get stuck with a freeze ball, and we got the victory anyway. All right, I've managed to go through all of the armies. I've sent all of the rewards. We have gone through the balance changes that are coming on Monday, or some of the balance changes that are coming on Monday. We have gone through the first time spinners sort of uh, preliminary results, which I will post next week. Thank you very much, and see you next week. Keep on spinning.